Hi, I'm Jill. I'm going to show you how to meal prep for a family full of food allergies and picky eaters, and stay sane in the process. This week is breakfast for dinner week in our house. You'll see me plan the week in about 10 minutes and prep it in under 2 hours. You'll see some of our plates and how they get made. Spoiler, that kiddo you see smiling on your screen is my pickiest eater. So if you're anything like me, you've probably tried meal prep before and found it maybe exhausting, maybe a little boring, and didn't stick with it. Me too. So this is different. I never prep more than 5 things in a week. That's a really important part of the system, as you're going to see. So when some people hear that I only prep 5 things, they think, oh my gosh, that sounds so boring. And when I say 5 things, I mean 5 components or prepared ingredients, not meals or dishes. Um, and you can see this is just 6 examples of plates from this breakfast week. And in a future video, I am planning to do one where I capture all the plates for the week for myself, my husband, and my 2 kids. So stay tuned for that. But you can see that we have tons of variety. And I'm going to show you how the meal planner that I've created for you to use will help you to do the same thing. So here's the planner that I've created that I use every week. I usually plan on Saturday mornings. So this past Saturday, I filmed the whole process the way I usually do it, and the video clip was 10 minutes and 32 seconds. So it really does take about 10 minutes to plan everything out for the week. What makes this so fast is that the planning sheet organizes everything for you, and the funnel at the top takes you through the 4 steps to creating a successful meal plan. So let's take a closer look at that funnel and how the 4 steps will help you create a successful meal plan. First, the yellow section. You'll choose a theme for the week. In this case, I chose breakfast. Then you'll fill out the other yellow sections, the date, who you're feeding, and any special events that might affect your meal plan, like going out for someone's birthday. Now that we have the yellows out of the way, we're on to the pinks. For this step, you'll choose at least 2 items in each pink box. We want at least 2 because we're creating choice. Choice. This is very important for picky eaters. We'll come back to that in a bit. For now, as you're choosing, try to make sure that there's at least something each family member can and will eat in at least 3 out of the 4 pink boxes. The next step is color-coded blue, flavors and extras. You'll notice that each theme includes a flavor profile in that yellow box on the left. If you're a beginner cook and not sure which flavors go with each theme or go together, this will help you get started. Choose a flavor for each item you circled in proteins and carbs. Shoot for variety and keep it simple. In this system, we keep all sauces separate and each family member chooses their own. The blue boxes are the extras. You don't have to fill in the one on the right unless you want to. A midweek boost is an optional item that I may or may not cook in the middle of the week to shake things up, or if the kids are having an extra hungry week and supplies are running low. For Bring It Together, this is where you'll plan your toppings and sauces. The planner includes a separate page for that to help you get started. I like to jot down some breakfasts for the week because this sheet doubles as my shopping list. Now we've come to step 4, time. There are 2 parts to this step. First, fill in the cooking method for each step if you haven't done that already. Try to make sure that you have a variety of cooking methods so that you can cook multiple items at the same time when you prep. You're going to see me do that in a little bit. Second, mark each item that you will prep ahead of time with a star. Count up your stars and write that number in the star in the lower right corner, that little purple star. If this number is higher than 5, you need to adjust your plan. Consider buying that potato salad instead of making it yourself. Or in my example here, you can see that I'm buying fully cooked frozen breakfast sausage that we can each microwave as needed, rather than cooking up a bunch of raw sausage. So now that we have a plan, we need to get the groceries, right? So what I do is I leverage the app and the curbside pickup for my local stores. I actually go with Walmart and Sam's Club, but most stores have this option now where you can order online or on an app and then pick it up curbside at a designated time. So what I do is I just grab that planner and I just go down each column, sitting in my recliner with my phone, and I just go ahead and put everything I need on the shopping list from that plan. And then, I talk with my family, what else might we need? And then I finish up the order. So you could see here what we got, and then I put everything away. And I only left out the things that I was going to prep or actually like cook or prepare in some way. I say prepare because it could be a salad or something you're not technically cooking, but something I have to put effort into to prep counts as one of those things I put in the little purple star. So you can see what I've got left on the counter. And now let's go prep. Okay, so the first thing that I prepped was actually these gluten-free pancakes because I was going to do gluten-free waffles, but my store was out. So while my husband went to pick up the grocery order, I broke out my gluten-free Bisquick and made these pancakes. Hi, future Jill here. As I was editing the video, I realized that I forgot to tell you that when I made that change to the plan where I had the gluten-free waffles that I wasn't going to have to cook, and then I switched it to these pancakes that do require cooking, what I did to make room in my purple star, which was already maxed out at 5 things I was prepping, was I moved the curry from my regular Sunday prep to my midweek boost, because the midweek boost doesn't count toward your 5 things that you're prepping on the weekend. Okay, back to the show. And I want to get the potatoes and the veggies in the oven first before I do the quicker cooking on the stove. So this is the strategy. This is why I recommend that you have different cooking methods for the 5 or fewer things that you're going to prep. So first is the potatoes. I spray them with a little bit of oil. I season them with Lowry's seasoned salt, and I like to use Mrs. Dash with that, and I have a bunch of different flavors. So I think this one is the Southwest. All right, so cauliflower and zucchini is next. And I decided not to do the onions because I didn't really have a lot of room on the tray left over because that was a really big head of cauliflower. So I just put the onions back. But with the cauliflower and zucchini, which among the 3 are the most popular in my house, I did the same thing as the potatoes. I just sprayed them, seasoned them simply, and then I slid them in the oven to roast. And the oven is set to 425. We like things really crispy. And so most of the things that I prep, I do 425, unless it's super delicate, and then I'll use a lower temperature. But pretty much in these videos, you're going to see 425 on my oven. Once I had the potatoes and the veggies in the oven, they were going to take about 45 minutes or so. So I knew I had some time. And using a different cooking method, now I'm going to make my tofu scramble. And then I'm going to make my scrambled eggs. So in our house, we do have several food allergies. The eggs, that's me. I am allergic to eggs and wheat. And so I am vegan and gluten-free. And we always have a plant-based protein. And usually we have an animal-based protein because my husband likes to eat animal-based proteins, and one of my kids prefers that. The other one kind of goes back and forth between plant-based and animal-based, and usually has both. So we always have one of each. So these are our 2 proteins for the week. So now that you have all this food prepped, how are you going to get it all in the fridge and keep it organized? These restaurant style food pans are my favorite thing. I'm going to give you a link in the description below so that you can find them. They come in every size you can imagine, and they stack on top of each other and they stack inside of each other. So sometimes I have one of the big ones like you see there with a shallow one setting inside it and then one lid on top. So check those out. They are amazing and they are perfect for sliding right into the fridge. And we use every square inch of our fridge space. Okay, so here's the most important part to making this work for picky eaters: making the plates. As I said earlier, choice is key. Remember to keep sauces and toppings separate. Once you coat it in barbecue sauce and someone decides they don't like barbecue sauce anymore, you're stuck. Let them customize things themselves. Offering familiar choices alongside new items will actually increase the chances that they will try something new. It takes 8 to 15 exposures to a new food before a picky eater might decide they like it. In my experience, it also helps to include them in the planning process to make sure there are options they will be happy about. I usually create a draft of my plan, then ask each family member if there's anything they'd like to add. For my youngest, as long as there are burrito-sized tortillas to put things in, he's happy. Also, remember that with the planner, there is a page called The Dishes that will help to give ideas to folks in your family that aren't sure where to start in making their plate. Right. So curry may seem like a strange choice to some of you for breakfast week. Story behind this is my husband and I go to brunch really often at this wonderful place that has curry on the menu, and I usually get it for brunch. And so I was trying to copy theirs. Mine didn't turn out quite as good, but it was still really good. So I made this curry sauce, and it was my midweek boost. You heard me mention that earlier. What it means is, like I said, it's to boost interest and boost quantity of supply of prepped food in the middle of the week. I don't always do one, but I usually try to plan for one just in case I need it. This week I did make it. I made it on Tuesday. And the reason this became my midweek boost is because I was out of my curry paste that I usually use, my yellow curry paste. And I ordered some online and it didn't arrive until Tuesday. So this got made on my lunch break on Tuesday because I work from home. And in the evening, I used some of the prepped ingredients that I had already prepped on the weekend, heated them up in my bowl, poured the curry sauce, hot curry sauce over the top, and then just topped it with cashews and some yogurt. So that's the midweek boost. Use it as you want to, or don't use it at all. It's totally up to you. So at this point, you might be wondering, where do I get this planner? I'm going to link my Etsy store in the description for you, and you can head on over there. Please follow my store or favorite my store, and you can get the planner there. You can see on your screen where I'm navigating to it. It's called the Family Style Meal Planner. And go ahead and grab it. I would love for you to plan with me. Let me know in the comments what questions you still have. I know I can't cover everything in one video. I'm going to be doing a lot more. So if you would share your feedback, that would really help me out to know what you're looking for, what questions you have as we move forward. And I'm also going to be offering one-on-one coaching. So if you would let me know in the comments as well, if that's something that you would be interested in, or planning live with me over Zoom, and or prepping with me live over Zoom. So let me know which you would be interested in, and I'll catch you in the next video. Hey, you know what would be really cool? Subscribe, like, and hit the bell. Thanks.